like it's going to be like they're going to take ownership of something, right? And so I want to maybe tonight, Sean, if you're available, because Coyote and Springfield tend to be a little late. And if not tonight, we could schedule a specific time to talk about scraps. So that way,
if you give me a time, I will be there.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. I think
like 5 Pacific and 7 Pacific.
Okay,
so
easy.
Anything before or after I can do.
Okay, I love that.
Tagging Angela on the FOIAs for accounts because I know she has them already pulled.
Does, but I don't know if she has it as granular as that.
Well, she wants. Look, she likes doing that shit. She can have that shit. I hate doing that shit. I hate pulling the same account 17 times for 3 different people.
Okay.
And you know what? It's fucking public access records. If they get fucking 14 days instead of 10, they can cry about it and edit it down themselves.
So something got brought up to me by a cabinet member, and I wanted y'all to kind of be made aware of what I stated in the event it's brought up to y'all, is the inference that the state, the recent Baylor case, actually, you know what? I'm not going to bring it up. I don't want to indirectly conflict you.
I'm conflicted.
So I will say it a different way.
To do with why it was hidden and then unhidden, that's a state issue and it's not going to be talked about here.
Yes. No. It's not about that. It's about state records and, what does it mean to be public versus private and this, that, and the third. But I am of the general opinion that regardless if something is public, SASM will going forward likely seal certain things, not because, like, let's say we need to have that Rhodes conversation, the Rhodes rule conversation. There's been a question that's been brought up about whether or not, the state records are like, county records and such are public and whether they should be put out on display. I'm of the general opinion that people can access them freely, but if unnecessarily needed, they should not. SASM's not going to make them easily available, even if it's on the docket. And we may request a sealing for sake of, people's fees. But I want to get y'all's take on that.
Yeah, well, I mean, with the Baylor case, Springfield was being maliciously compliant and to a fault, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, no,
agree.
100%. She said, I'm not getting fucking Rhodes ruled on any of this shit. They're getting every single tiny little bit. But that was also to cover her ass. I think we deal with a lot of personality traits in San Andreas. I think that this was her way to point out something that needed to change in absence of knowing that Rhodes is being worked on. But I do also think that she was legitimately concerned, seeing that there's been a lot of court cases where the first thing people throw out is Rhodes violation. And because it's kind of like this, like, think about it from a prosecutorial perspective, right? Like,
Craig Barrett, he's the first one that did it.
Yeah, I think you all understand the problem more than I think you understand what's happening here.
You can't trust anybody with a gun for a last name.
No, it's not a trust thing. It's that the law outlines rules, right? And I think it's fair to say that most people want to see things go to court, and due to certain, should Rhodes rule exist? Yes. But due to the openness, it can lead to prosecutors being put on the back foot because something that they do not expect is needed now all of a sudden is needed, right? For example,
I think an accidental violation should never result in a case being dropped. It should just result in a continuance.
I agree with you. The counterpoint, man, some of these counterpoints might be conflicting.
Like, if someone's intentionally withholding shit, that's a different story. But if someone's just like, oh fuck, yeah, that one subpoena or that one witness statement,
what should happen versus what can sometimes occur, right?
Check something really quick.
Like, I mean,
intent was proven in the road, like the case that made the road.
No.
I agree with that. However, that doesn't stop a magistrate or a judge from issuing a what do you call it? A
dumb ruling.
Exactly. And I think that's a bigger conversation that goes beyond us. And I think I'm sure we agree on some parts of that. Is some things take so long because all of a sudden the dumb ruling happens and now it's got to get appealed. And I think it's
like I probably would have taken KJ's call if Moo hadn't ruled that he was not guilty of attempting to shoot cops from his car.
Yeah.
It's
But
just,
legally,
it's just self-defense against the cops. I mean, a precedent that's been set since day one is that you can't self-defense against cops, but it's okay. She can just throw it out.
Yeah,
As a magistrate.
we understand the sticking points.
Yeah. I would love to talk Rhodes. I know we were going
to
to
speak to LSPD, and thank fuck Bill Mays is no longer hired, so I don't need to speak to him about it.
There's more to that case, by the way.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah. And, you know, my solution is at some point I'm going to drown myself in whiskey.
Hell yeah. I'm not allowed to do that anywhere. Something alcoholism. Just need to smoke so much weed I stop hating my job.
Yeah. Okay. Easy. By the way, in regards to the money thing, the reason I brought that up, we didn't actually press any charges about it, but Peach had nothing to do with the apprehension of Lang. The reports exist as to what occurred.
That's just what Lang told Murray. That's why I said it.
Yeah, but that was jokes, right? And unfortunately, there was falsified statements made in reports to allege such thing. The apprehension. Actually, wait, no, yeah, Murray, what you're aware of is what actually happened.
Okay.
Yeah, everything in the, you know, we're in a very unfortunate spot, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
but the
Common
solution
thing about the martial legislation was concerning, but it's a fight he isn't going to win.
It's because he's mad about the other day when Weiss responded to a regular call with a rookie, so the rookie cadet cop experience, and he wouldn't bump off for a cop.
Oh,
and Carmine got his little feet hurt because Blunt stood 10 toes down. And then when he tried to go, justices, they're wrong. I went, well, they are a law enforcement officer. And also, how are you going to bitch about none of the marshals having PD experience if you don't let them do PD shit? And so now he's got his fees hurt about it because somebody stood up to Carmine and he doesn't like that.
It's exceptionally worse than that. I had to hear yesterday evening, Cole, I don't know if you've ever met him before. He is there's very few people like Cole that are so eager and innocent and just like good people all around. Like we're all we got those asshole traits.
I think I have met him.
He was with Aaron Carter, who enjoy each other's company, and she's kind of showing him around, giving him a little bit of training. We got Academy coming this weekend, and the commander went to her and said, "Why are you with a marshal?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm just showing him around, giving him a little bit of training." And she said, "You can't be riding with him. We don't teach them LSPD stuff." And I heard that shit, and I'm just like,
oh.
Yeah. So
LSPD stuff lying on the docket and covering up.
I was going to say, after recent events, I think that's for the best.
At least it's not BCSO stuff, illegally raiding people at night search because you don't understand the concept of a search warrant.
Oh, to be fair, both departments have done that.
Oh yeah, no, LSPD raided without a signature. BCSO didn't request night search and then didn't get him in custody and then luckily got shot down executing it so they didn't violate his rights.
Oh, that. Yes, I'm aware of it. Yeah.
Yes,
I think we
need
discussed
to finish
this one.
writing my announcement about what does night search mean.
Didn't we? Oh yeah, didn't we? I spoke to one of y'all about this. I think where I recommended that there should be two things. There should be night search, but then something else, because
You talked to me
colloquially,
about it a bit.
yeah,
But I was gonna define it further in the
I love
announcement
that.
of like what they mean and like what it applies to, because it applies to both night search in which they're asleep, but it also is like I genuinely can't get this motherfucker in custody without clapping up
Yes.
PD 17 times. Or
Yeah.
in Jessica's case,
Yeah.
she didn't want to have to keep Baylor in custody for however many
Yeah.
days it took her to raid 8 properties and
Yeah.
39 cars. Right?
For
so she
reference-
requested night for that.
For reference, for y'all two, just in case you don't know this, back in the day, night search meant raiding if someone was asleep, right?
Yes.
So-
like they were not awake
Yeah.
and able to not in the city. Run around. Knock the door open and they're in their fucking undies.
And I think the individual, while he is new to the PD, I think his cousin was from back in the day, so I think it didn't click. And as you saw in the meeting today, I don't think a lot of people give a fuck about legislation. It's unfortunate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like wait, this is how the government works.
These days.
Yeah.
People think that it's how
Um,
it used to be, and it's just not.
No. Yeah. I miss Rizal's books.
Hmm?
Have you
The
ever
books
seen
that
them?
He would do shitting on people. Yeah.
Well, they were shitting on him, but it was funny still, right? Like they would summarize
And
legislation
education.
into like 4 sentences.
That's where gaswicing came from.
Wait, really?
Well, the
I'm sorry, what?
popularization of it. Oh, gaswicing?
Or like
I've never heard that
Blainer?
term before.
Every
gaslighting.
You've
single
never heard
time-
that before? There's
I've never heard
Gaslighting?
that.
No.
Yeah, gaswicing.
Is that
Hold on, I
about
have a
how
picture of
white
it. It's
people
really
get?
funny. No,
Oh,
he was
yeah, have
talking
y'all
about
met
how
my
he
new
was, like,
marshal yet?
gaslighting the... Wait, who?
Your new marshal?
Which
Wayne
one?
the Canadian?
Disgusting.
Yeah, he-
Sorry,
No.
outburst.
Yeah, he's also very cheeky with yeah, he's
Oh, boy.
he's gonna be a fun marshal. He's read a lot of the legislation too.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we've got
Marshal actually on free.
co-magistrates.
That's
So,
great.
well, I don't. No, sorry, we don't. Racing
Don't do
has
it all well.
co-magistrates because if they fuck up, it's his problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Carmine's uncles or
Oh yeah, I can see him here. Wayne Shore.
Wayne
Shorzy?
Shore?
Kind of looks like Espino's with like nose surgery.
Oh. You said Espino's and my blood pressure rose instantly. I wonder if he's,
Oh my
I wonder if he's
God,
talked
yeah.
to my boss yet. Fucking
Well, no, he did apologize. Remember?
Yeah, he only apologized because he realized he's a fucking idiot. He still said it. He still said it with his whole fucking chest. First of all, I never answer to any fucking man, not even Big Kevo. He can come down from on high and tell me I'm fucking up, and I'd still be like, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All
Jack
right.
Slane is a
Why is his
marshal. I
nose
haven't
look
seen
like
him
that?
around.
He's dealing with the flu, so
Ew.
but anyways,
Also, I'm fundamentally against the entire concept of that subpoena, so you guys can look at it. I have argued with that bitch a million times over emails about
which one?
sometimes people have a life and they just wake up to pay bills for 6 months, and I'm not automatically removing somebody's properties when other people live there because they didn't wake up for 6 months except to pay bills, because I have done that before.
Oh,
Wait,
So
I
I'm
had
not
this
touching the
argument-
subpoena.
wait.
I feel
Are
like
you
I had
talking
this
about
argument with someone
Springfield?
else.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm staying away from it because I have opinions, and my opinion is that I'm going to strangle her a little bit. But that has nothing to do with that subpoena. It has to do with her as a
yeah.
person.
She's
I think- My opinion when it comes to like that kind of stuff, it's the fucking the people who literally probably wake up on this floor right here and pay the bills, right?
Those are the ones you need to worry about. But like somebody who was a person and then stopped, like did things and then stopped coming around, bro.
But I
like
think
shit,
in
life
those
happens,
scenarios
you know?
I think in those scenarios though, when it hits the docket, they're just like, "Hey, I'm alive. I just not around."
yeah, because the alternative to this, right, is that
Well,
there
well,
is
the
no. So I agree with you, right, on principle. However, the problem is that there is no way to filter that. And so she is taking the legal steps in order to unravel that alongside other things that we are finding. And if certain findings show certain things
contact. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. But
yeah.
I also feel like it's not my problem to worry about. It's other higher up people's problem to worry about. But like, okay, like a couple years ago, I owned the apartment in which me and my son lived in, right? And I think Saren lived with us there at the time too because I was dating him. And back home,
Just because some people are innocent doesn't mean that they're all innocent.
7 months. I went home,
right?
And I just dealt
people
with
can
that,
still
right?
role play.
But I woke up to
like
pay bills.
like he just
You know what I
said.
mean? And my son still operated out of the apartment, and Saren still operated out of the apartment. You know what I mean? Like people still use the property and live there, and it was still in use. But I just stopped existing for 7 months, except to send my little payment over the phone to pay my bills. You know?
Yeah, and that's
dealing with
fair,
it.
right? But like Sean said, wouldn't like in that case that individual would just have to be like, no, I'm still alive, right? People live in here.
I mean, yeah, if you get notified on the docket, which I don't. Docket notifications don't work, and I don't have to go to the docket to wake up here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't go all the way to the front page and go, all right, what's new in the fucking, what have I been tagged in? Let me grab my train ticket while I'm looking. You know what I mean? This problem is there's no, not always, if the fucking bot works still, the one that would ping you when shit happens, I would be way more like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I can tell you this. I don't think any particular person by SASM would be... okay, so we're not doing any cringe shit.
I trust Jessica.
Yeah.
It's just the entire concept as a whole I'm wary of, so I'm just gonna back up off of it because I can't be unbiased.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah,
I can't be unbiased because I have a strong opinion on it, and I'd rather argue with Jessica about it and like work things out than sign shit that I don't believe in.
Yeah, that makes sense. So just for clarity, and this is listen, too many people came in the room. I'm gonna be honest, so like there's a lot of topics I wanted to bring up. But I think we need a bigger setting. SASM is not gonna be approaching or prosecuting anybody without interaction. Right?
Yeah.
So if there are things that we are doing even along those lines, like we want to make sure that we're going through the legal channels, and I don't think there will be a case where someone is awoken through docket posting. We would probably be reaching out to them through a separate mechanism, like say in your particular case would be sending you an email and be like, hey, we need to talk about this property, right? That's assuming there's even criminal evidence. And
yeah, I mean, I trust Jessica.
Yeah,
like that's why I let some of the Baylor stuff. I even told her, I said, I'm letting you do this because I know you know where the line is between just fucking him into the ground so miserably he never wakes up again and actually handling it properly.
Wait, who?
I just have opinion.
I do think that we all kind of extend that kind of good faith to the marshals in general.
Yeah,
for the most part, when it comes to stuff being newer stuff being pushed, because we know that you guys are gonna go about it in the right way.
Yeah.
Rather than, because like Enemy of the State, for example, Brian, literally like 12 hours after it passed, I got a call from someone from the LSPD.
Yeah, brother,
Enemy of the State, and it's just like that's not something that you could just do.
Brother, it's not only that. I will let you know this because we're not. I had to stop a weapons deal with local PD.
Oh god.
God damn it. Again.
And it wasn't even that. They got triggered, they got pissed, and some of the reaction is because of that. It wasn't just the meeting of Carmine. It was and then they were like, why can't we do this? Why are you taking it away? Why are you gatekeeping? And I'm like, bro, the fact that you guys are trying to punch God in the dick for the second time, like, it's fucking
literally
insane. Like, it's insane.
Almost quite literally.
I'd punch
I mean, listen,
Yeah.
listen, it's not about like giving aura where it's not deserved. It's kind of just like you're fighting.
There was an attempt to make
your arms are
SOPs
just
to
too
use
short
it
to
against the
box with God.
besties.
Oh god, what? 'Cause
In
you
like,
clap up
yes.
in a raid?
And it's like,
You know
you
what-
can't
what's
have
funny
like
is,
a
like-
rational conversation on it. It's like, but we get shut down, dude. And it's like, bro, it's fucking military equipment. Like, what
What's
the
funny
fuck?
about that specifically is like how many times have we had the conversation about use of force stuff, and then we just bring up the besties for example, and they're like SOPing, like, yeah, we're gonna use this on the besties. Like,
Yeah, I'm reading
hello?
this. I'm reading the contract, and it says the purpose of this agreement is to authorize Darkstone as a vendor of record for the provision of firearms, ammunition, tactical equipment, and related law enforcement gear.
No, that's the current one. They tried to do it again. I just stop it, and it turned into a shouting match where I'm literally like, this is in the law. If you did this, I would have to suspend your department and press charges. Like,
yeah.
Also,
I'm
the
not-
militarized thing says, like, you can't do this unless the marshals say so.
yeah. It's, well, I did their work for them. I contacted the proper authorities to look into Air One so they don't have to use a military helicopter with fucking Gatling guns. Like, it's
Yeah, I don't know. There's between like that and then like the there's like the scrap stuff that we were talking about before. There's like a severe lack of temperature checks in the city of people like not understanding, like, hey, maybe that you can't do that because you're not supposed to be able to do that. Like, hey, maybe this is just wrong, and then you shouldn't.
When it's told no.
And it's not even that too. It's like maybe you shouldn't do that if you're benefiting greatly from it. Like maybe let's not do that. Like just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Like, bro, I'm gonna say something cringe. Hit the fucking aim labs and get good, bro. Like, there's
No,
there as many people as besties in PD.
No,
I'm not answering a phone call from Junior.
It's me, Jackie Snow. Fuck
Hey.
you, you stupid bitch.
how you doing, Jackie? Oh,
Nah, I doubt it.
Is he transferring?
no, it's fake King trying to call from a payphone right now.
I'd like to apply for the
Yeah.
the SASM Marshal.
Yeah. I'm kind of just waiting for the day when you're like, yeah, we just hired Jackie Snow.
Oh, well, that's the other conundrum, right? We've been dealing with. It's like, why don't these people have the training? And then, what? Why are you taking our people? Why are they getting trained?
It's why are you training, and then why are they not trained?
Yeah. But you know, I'm really excited. Some of
It's
these
the age-old argument of that.
But
It's
it's
wild.
like okay, like look at who's in there. Okay, you've got Jessica's an ex-cop. Okay, so she had some cop training. Chris Peters was a lawyer.
Mm.
What does he know about police SOPs that he didn't just find out from criminal defense? You know what I mean?
Well,
Like-
he's actually also going through academy. Like
Well, that's what I'm
our
saying. Like,
yeah.
he's a great pick. He has strong like things, but he has no
Same
police
thing for
background.
Norman,
Like,
too.
he's a good marshal, but he's not gonna have police background. You have to
Yeah.
be able to train your fucking people. They need to stop being
Mhm.
little crybaby bitches, because I'm gonna start slapping motherfuckers around. I'm so over it, Brian. I'm gonna crash out, quit my job, and beat the shit out of people. I'm gonna take. them
Oh
into
my
a torture
God,
room,
DOJ
and
got
instead of
shooters,
torturing
bro.
them, I'm gonna yell at them. I'm just gonna yell at them like I'm their mom.
Yeah.
Like I'm my mom. You ever been
Yeah.
yelled at by a fucking woman about how you're not living up to expectations? Because that's about to happen.
I'll say that I've been tanking pretty well thus far. I just kind of wish there was a basis to the crying, right? Because this is my brain thing. If it's
I've
illogical,
been saying that for
it's
almost 2
very
years at this
difficult for me to engage with something without just throwing out, starting to talk like mad shit.
Well, yeah, because I mean, because what are you supposed to say when someone's making a baseless accusation?
you just
Like,
You just-
genuinely, this is my opinion of the conversation that was about to be had in there. I thought they were going to talk about like jurisdictionally who's over who.
no,
It's like, I don't know.
it's
The
bad.
legislation.
I am
legislation
currently
quite literally says that the marshals are over everybody,
the,
and they can kind of just do what they want.
there has been let me give you an example. Given the case is over, the case with that happened at City Hall.
Which one?
Langbitter one, yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
Blunt
yeah.
wrote everything. Rooker wrote about a quarter of the reports, and one of the firearms that evidence in it was something really bad happened with it, which we didn't find out till afterwards. All because they wanted to remove BCSO and the marshals from the case. It's
Oh my
there's a lot of and you'll see there, like I said, we're not sleeping on this. Norman is currently cooking up
some legislation, and we'll be putting it forward. We don't have a lot of hooks right now to properly handle some things, including but not limited to even the case up on the docket with the evidence stuff. You know, it's just it's.
I'm wondering how long it is going to take me, Roman, and Angela to go through all that stuff. Don't expect a
which
verdict
stuff?
tomorrow. Well, I'm on the Baylor case.
No, I sorry. Yes, I totally understandable.
I'm just wondering how long it's going to take
I meant
to go
the
through everything, even with the trimmed evidence list.
So I'll put it like this. Let's say the four of us were law enforcement, right? And I strapped a bomb on Veronica Mars again, and I kicked her into a den full of terrorists. And
the besties block, yeah.
And then someone came, and a marshal came. Let's say Angel's the marshal, and she came to me and she's like, "Brian, I need to talk to you. What happened with Veronica?" And I'm like, "Nope, I'm bringing in an attorney." Okay, all right. And then she goes, "Hey, let me talk to these three that were witnesses." And y'all are like, "I didn't see anything. We're not going to talk to you." And then we come together and I'm like, "Guys, look, I did this shit." And we're like, "Okay, let's make up some bullshit," right? In other jurisdictions, that's obstruction. We don't have those tools, right? There are no fundamental court orders. So where I'm going at with this is, you know, thin blue line goes hard nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the legislation we're going to be pushing forward is
very familiar with that.
Yeah, I mean, you could shoot somebody at the wrong scene and just cover up the evidence until it goes away, and then
oh my god!
Yep.
And just yell at the judge because you're mad, and then accuse the justice of I don't know
Yes!
shit. You know, that's fine.
When literally all you have to do is settle the
maliciously.
case.
I'm not just I don't know, maybe a justice and not fucking stupid like you other AI fucking
well,
sloppers that I can read between the lines.
That's the thing that's fucking crazy. Is that everyone gave statements except one organization,
yep.
Which I know certain things happened because I'm not stupid, right? But you can't. Oh my god. Anyways, legislation soon. I'm gonna have an aneurysm thinking about this.
Hey, Brian, I want you to know the only command report from PD I've ever read was one about two cops touching each other's dicks, and that's because that's funny.
Yeah, I mean, look, even
a Friday, and they were jacking, like touching each other's dicks in the locker room, and I was like, "That's hilarious. I have to read that."
Well, no, and I believe you. I think the problem comes from, and this is why certain changes happen with the permission stuff, is the problem becomes that because there is no way to track it. It opens the door for bad actors to point the finger at people projecting what they're doing themselves.
My problem
and
is the only person who has full access to everything in the MDT is him. And what makes him a better person than me?
Yeah, it's more of like...
Why does he, as a justice, get, you know, admin access, but why is he better than Sean?
I don't disagree.
That's my problem. It's like, who decided just because he was there with the old guard, like that he's better than the rest of us? You know what I mean? That's the part that annoys me.
So I'll put it this way, Gates, right? This is like a temporary thing, and there are conversations happening in regards to it. But that's kind of why I said what I did when there was talk about, you know, magistrates leaking, is there just technically is no way to garner the information. So some of these things are done as a way to protect innocent people, right, from bad actors. So let me give you an example, right? PD self-leaks something, right? It becomes a martial report. They have been just pointing at the judiciary, right?
Oh, 100%.
And now there's no argument, right? And so whether it's Faulkner, whether it's someone else, like for us, it's not, that's not the concern. It's like, I know I can just go to him and be like, "Did you do this?" And he's going to drop a loaf, right? And I think the same can be said with the other justices, but that's the temporary. I don't think it's the final solution. I think
I think the problem is that people have bigger mouths in their departments. They don't want to admit it. The amount of shit McAllister has told me that I shouldn't know. No offense, but like, that guy's got a big fucking mouth.
Oh,
right?
He does. Yes.
He's in a big mouth, and so sometimes I know shit because he gets too excited about something that's coming down the pipeline, and he can't control himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
McAllister has been. Trust me, we're aware of him. Let's put it that way. And
it's like nothing he sent down told me about was stuff that I didn't already kind of hear rumors of. But like, it's just like, do you think PD doesn't have about 6 of those?
yeah.
McAllister to me seems like the walking embodiment of the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Has he done anything of recent? Because he has. We fired. Yeah,
No.
he's been on a. I think he's been mostly resolved, but if you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got really excited about the pending, the subpoenas that went down the line about Gunner and the shit he was doing undercover.
Yeah.
But they didn't tell me what exactly it was, but basically the gist of like, I went and did this, and now this is coming, and this and that. And I was
If
like,
it's his own shit, like, you know, I'm gonna give people latitude,
it's fine.
right?
It's always his stuff. But you know, like, he tells me because he trusts me, right? Like, and so I don't tell anybody because that's just gonna make bigger problems. But you think PD doesn't have somebody there?
No,
fucking
that's
telling, you know? Like,
exactly what I'm pointing at, right? After we sort of nipped SecOps in the bud in SASM, and it is very well, you know, understood that, you know, I'm not one of these pussies. I will fire someone and just kick them out, right? That most of that, we haven't had any concerns, to be honest, in that front.
Oh, yeah.
But what's happening is, let's say we're investigating matters of another government entity, specifically in law enforcement, or alternatively, if we're looking, there's a big uptick in people being interested in financials, and that's where jurisdictions are coming into play. To quote, Jessica should have handed over the case of Bruce Baylor to the LSPD. That is, quote unquote, their jurisdiction.
Not because it's a state matter. State funds.
But you can't teach a dumb fuck that, right?
That's true, because it would cross lines.
Yes.
Some of the money could have been from Blaine. Some of the money could be that.
Well, it's not even.
And now imagine because now imagine because of the ignorance, right, and because of whatever FOMO. Now imagine that external investigations are being opened on, let's say, any number of folks, but it is being hidden. And now there's a court case, but someone has already gone and fucked it up. So,
I mean, like,
yeah, it's you can see where this is going, right? The equation's now, you know.
But also, I'm gonna tell you, if LSPD had brought me that fucking same exact subpoena,
yeah,
I wouldn't have signed it because I have no trust in their ability to know the line of between handling what needs to be done and just making it so fucking miserable for him he never wakes up again. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I trusted Jessica to know that line, because that's also something important that they don't think about. They just want a W.
No. Yeah, no, I think
they literally pay their people to.
Yeah, they give people a bonus more if they win, which is disgusting.
Oh, hey, it's gonna get better.
Yeah, hopefully.
I hope so.
I believe it.
All right, y'all stay safe.
You too. I'm gonna go look at this court case.
That statement goes hard. Which one? I hope that